Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be working on the Moto Cforce 800XC. What I'm going to be doing is a 2020 model. We have issues with, or they have issues with the fuel canister for the evap system plugging up and causing it to run kind of weird. We were out on the trails last time we were out riding, and my wife said the four-wheeler having issues. It wouldn't stay running. We got it to crank. We barely got back to the trailer. So today I'm going to be hopefully fixing that. Yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so first I'm going to take off the back seat. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but there's a lever right here. Pull up on that. Set it to the side. Alright. Now there's another seat lever on the back. Right there. Lift it. Oh, that one was way easier. Alright, now next step's going to be getting this panel off right here. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a pull tab right in here behind this. Yep. And one up front. One there. Another one up front. And then that just lifts off. That's where your air filter is. And then right here is your hose going from your carburetor, or well, your throttle body, back to your evaporator tank canister. We're going to be taking that off and putting the plug on it, which you'll need a pair of needle nose for that. To get this little clip off. Comes. And just pull it off. Alright, now we're going to put a plug on that little nipple sticking out. And I got an assortment from my ABC Auto Parts or O'Reilly or AutoZone, wherever you can find these. I looked at Walmart. I couldn't find them at Walmart, but that's it. It's just the assortment because I wasn't sure what size I'd need. Alright, got that plugged. Now I'll slip a tie wrap over the end of it to secure it. You don't want that pop falling off on you and sucking air. Man, I wish I had 3 hands. Tie wrap sucks. Shouldn't go anywhere. Clip the end off of it. Let me see if I can get my hands in here to now fish that out. All right, there's the fuel canister right there. Two 10mm bolts. There goes that joker. Alright. Makes it a little easier to get these off. Said it did. Alright, that's out of the way. Got my hose coming from the fuel tank and the one coming from the throttle body. So now I need to figure out what I want to do with those. Your fuel tank needs to be vented somewhere high so it doesn't suck water in. If you snorkel your rides like I'm planning on doing with this, it needs to be run up front with your snorkels, with your front diff and rear diff, vent lines. Alright guys, I ended up taking off this heat shield from right here. 5 10mm bolts, one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. And lifts right off. And there's the top of my gas fuel cell vent right there. And it goes and it runs back down, and that's what one side of that went to the fuel canister. And then this other side is the overflow or the vent for the actual gas cap. Right here. And here's your rear diff vent. Like I said, if you're going to ever snorkel your foiler, you're going to want to run that, the fuel vent and the front diff to the front of the quad with your snorkel kit. I plan to do that one day. So with that being said, I'm going to try and figure out a good situation to run this vent for now for my fuel tank. I've already got this capped off, the throttle body capped off. That hose I'm going to leave there because I'm going to plan on using part of that whenever I do the vent, my snorkel kit. Use this hose, make it a little easier on me. Alright, so I've got all my vent lines arranged. I went ahead and did my fuel my fuel cell vent line, I went ahead and pulled it up and away from this, the exhaust over here. This on this foiler gets super hot because it runs so freaking lean. I've got to get a program or a tuner, fix that issue anyway. I definitely don't want to put your vent line for your gas tank on top of that because it'll start a fire potentially. So I ran it on this side away from that heat shield and the muffler and just looped it up and went into my frame right here, and it's open-ended right there. Hopefully that'll mitigate the mud and the moisture from getting in that vent line. That's something I'll have to check from time to time until I snorkel my quad. And the other line, like I said, I left it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna cap it before I put it all back together, but I'm gonna leave that there for when in the future whenever I snorkel. What I did down here was take the other end of the line and tie wrap it where that canister was, if you can see that or not, but I tie wrapped it here so things aren't floppy. And that was pretty much it. Now I'm gonna start putting it all back together, same way I pulled it off. Anytime you're using an impact wrench, you want to start them by hand. And before you do that, copper coat anti-seize. If you don't have it, I'd recommend getting it, especially when you're working with your lower, like your shocks and knuckles and all the A-frame stuff, because those get muddy and will get seized up in there.
This little bit goes a long way. Impact set on below setting as far as torque value goes. Just bump off it.
I'm going to be checking my air filter. I just got this thing serviced. It's after its break-in period, and I took it to the dealership because they gave me the first service for free. But I don't think that they checked my air filter. I don't think that was part of it. I think it was just oil to get the break-in oil out of it. It still looks good. That's all it is. 4 clips. There we go. All right. That's it. Want to crank her up, make sure she runs right.